Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis.
And I'm Jacqueline Matter. Thanks for joining us. Our top story this hour, a recent survey by Sarasota's Young Professional Group found 3/4 of its members surveyed are considering or have previously considered leaving the area. But that could have some negative long-term effects.
U.S. News and World Report finds the median age of people living in Sarasota is 50 years old, which means a bulk of the community is in or near retirement age. The YPG members surveyed blame housing costs is their reason for wanting to leave Sarasota, but they're also working with city leaders to find ways to keep them here on the Suncoast. ABC 7's Erica Jackson shares what businesses in the area need to do so the trend does not continue.
A survey by Sarasota's Young Professionals Group found a majority of millennials expect to pay less than $1,000 a month for a one-bedroom apartment, but many say they can't find an apartment in that price range in Sarasota. So they're stuck paying hundreds of dollars more, which makes them feel like they're just throwing money down the drain.
I could have moved out, but I would have been living in the slums.
26-year-old cosmetology student Lauren Cookerly faces a tough decision: continue living at home with his mom or struggle to live on his own while going to Manatee Technical College full-time.
Of course, my ego was shot a little bit when I couldn't move out or, have as much money as I did.
Cookerly moved around the country for 4 years while in the Air Force, but says he needs to make $800 extra monthly to afford the same comfortable lifestyle in Sarasota.
This is where I grew up. I shouldn't have to move. I love Sarasota. This is where my family is.
Cookerly isn't alone. A 2016 survey by the website Apartment List found the cost of a one-bedroom apartment in Sarasota is above $1,800. And the Career Advancement Hub on the Suncoast found local workers make an average of $14.84 per hour before tax deductions. That means some employees working on the Suncoast and living in Sarasota spend 3/4 of their monthly income on rent, not including utilities.
The cost of housing keeps going up and up and up. And that's a real challenge when we look at retention because young professionals are moving around a lot more.
Young Professional Group Coordinator Mimi Serbasova sees YPG members come and go regularly. A survey by YPG in 2015 found nearly half of participants considered leaving Sarasota because of housing costs. That could be why young professionals are moving to Manatee County, where an apartment is nearly half the cost for $960 per month.
They're looking to other outside communities. We have a lot of our members who live in Bradenton.
Apartment List shows renters in Palmetto could live in a 2-bedroom apartment for less than the cost of a 1-bedroom in Sarasota County. Sarasota's Chamber of Commerce president Kevin Cooper says some millennials are dealing with additional struggles since they're making entry-level wages. Adding wages in Sarasota have lagged behind the average national wage and throughout the state. U.S. News and World Report supports his claims, finding workers in Sarasota make 8% less compared to the rest of the country.
Housing has really been a difficult issue for our wages to keep up with the price appreciation.
It's not just about income for them. It's certainly not necessarily all about the lifestyle of the community, because certainly we have a great lifestyle here in Sarasota. It's really about a place that can be challenged.
Rich Swire works with 80% millennials at the Hub in downtown Sarasota and believes millennials are a unique generation because they want to make the most of their creative minds. That's why he started the company for young entrepreneurs and creators.
They're looking for opportunities that they can grow as an individual, but they want to work with groups. And so a lot of the corporate environments out there don't necessarily satisfy kind of what they want to see.
Some millennials are willing to make some sacrifices in order to live miles away from award-winning beaches.
I budget very extremely. When I budget, when I'm trying to save money, I will eat cans of tuna if I have to.
Cookerly says 4 years in the Air Force have taught him patience and perseverance, and hard work will pay off in the end.
I need to make more money, and in order for me to make more money, I need to go to school, and I need to eat cans of tuna right now so that later on I don't need to eat cans of tuna.
Swire and the Hub team says making a change now will have a long-term effect because if millennials see growth and improvement, they're more likely to invest in businesses locally. Reporting in Sarasota, Erica Jackson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
The Sarasota Chamber of Commerce also says that job growth in our area is expected to continue attracting millennials, and it's working with city leaders like commissioners to find more ways to improve the area for young adults.
I'm sure a lot of people have heard that they pay you with sunshine. here in the
I could
Suncoast. Yeah.
believe that one.
We have plenty of that today. Let's check in again with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
Yes, plenty of sunshine and plenty of warm temperatures. This will go down in the record books. The month of February, 81 degrees, the high today. That was the high temperature, well above average of 74. Not near the record, though, 88, but there were a lot of records set throughout this month. 90 degrees it got on the 20th. That's an all-time record high for the month. And on top of that, we had the warmest average high temperature at 82 degrees. The average is 74. We shattered that, it looks like. And then the 11th straight day, we've had 11 straight days now where the temperature has been 80 degrees or warmer, and that's in February. That's going to go to 12 straight days in a row, which will include March. And then 5 days of setting or tying a record high. That was consecutive, too. It began on the 19th and continued right through that entire week. So, yes, it has been a hot February. We're going to cool down, not on the first day of March, but after that and through the weekend, you'll notice a big difference. 76 degrees right now. Dew point is at 66. We have a west-southwest wind at 10. And get ready for your jackets and sweaters. You may need them. Back to you.
Okay, thank you so much, Bob. Over 1,000 students stood in solidarity today in response to a national outcry for a change in gun laws. Students at Manatee School for the Arts participating in a walkout to urge Congress and state lawmakers to prevent further school shootings like the one that happened in Parkland.
I'm an immigrant. I come from a different country, and I want to come here and I want to better myself, and I want to get a proper education, and I don't want to be afraid of coming to school and being afraid that somebody might shoot me. And to the people who say that guns don't kill people, well, guns are an inanimate object, but guns give people the ability to kill people easier. Why should I let somebody take my life faster?
Students say they are demanding changes from Congressman Vern Buchanan, including a ban on assault weapons and high-capacity magazines, an expansion of background checks to all gun sales, and much more.
Stoneman Douglas High School opening today for the first time since those 17 students and teachers were murdered in the mass shooting. Hours before their return, students from nearby schools and law enforcement surrounded the school and students, showing their love and support. As they entered, the students were handed flowers. Just a few hours later, they emerged again, their emotions raw.
We hugged most of our teachers, if not all of them.
Today was a weird, strange, emotional day.
Many of the students who returned have been working tirelessly since the shooting, pressuring companies to change. Classes will be in a modified schedule this week, but the principal is reminding everyone the top priorities are emotional readiness and comfort.
And Governor Rick Scott talking school security this morning in Tampa at the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office. The governor is proposing $500 million in security and mental health measures and wants the state legislature to pass his plan before the end of the session next week.
No ifs, ands, or buts about it. We need more law enforcement presence at our public schools. We're going to make investments in school safety, metal detectors, bulletproof glass, steel doors, upgraded locks. We're going to have anonymous See Something, Say Something statewide dedicated hotline, website, and mobile app.
Florida Attorney General Pam Bondi also spoke out in support of the governor's plan, saying if parents see something concerning on their kids' social media accounts, they're encouraged to contact law enforcement immediately.
Dick's Sporting Goods announcing today it will end sales of all assault-style rifles in all of its stores, including the one in Bradenton. The company also announced it would stop selling high-capacity magazines. It would no longer sell guns to anyone under the age of 21, regardless of the state policy. Dick's Sporting Goods actually stopped selling assault rifles after the Sandy Hook mass shooting, but is now removing the guns from its Field and Stream stores. Company CEO is also calling for lawmakers to pass meaningful gun control measures, including the ban of assault weapons.
Still to come on your Suncoast News, a discovery like no other. A 7,000-year-old burial site found underwater off Minnesota Key.
And we'll have the latest in the back and forth between the City of Venice and Sarasota County over area parks.
Tomorrow at 5 on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Webb.
And I'm Ray Collins. Students from Ringling College will have a stake in this year's Academy Awards.
Find out which Oscar-nominated movies they had a part in this year. That's tomorrow on Good Morning Suncoast. John?
One day before the cooler air arrives, we'll talk about when we think it'll be here on the Suncoast, coming up bright and early tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow at 5 on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
During the past 10 years, Tidewell Hospice volunteers have provided more than 1 million hours of service. They sit with patients, giving caregivers a break. They work in offices. They take their furry friends on pet therapy visits. They even clown around. Every task performed by a volunteer makes a difference in the lives of our patients and their families. Join Tidewell's volunteer team. They're truly 1 in a million. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Dot Pharmacy is a website verification program that helps you identify safe and trustworthy online pharmacies. Purchasing medicine online can be safe and easy. Just look for pharmacy to the right of the dot in website addresses.
Our overall experience working with California Closets was phenomenal.
Calm, reassuring.
Through happenstance, we ended up paired with our designer, Jen. She was someone who not only was patient, someone who was professional. She's become extended family.
She had great insight to help direct me towards those things that could make our dreams come true.
We are the Greens, and this is our California Closet story.
Thousands of award-winning Honda Civics are on sale for $169 a month during the Honda President's Day sales event. You made Civic the best-selling compact car in America. Drive one today for just $169 a month, or save thousands on your Civic with 0.9% financing. Civic, a KBB.com Best Buy for less than the competition. Only $169 a month or 0.9% this week at your local Honda dealer. Honda, I like it. Oh yeah, I like it. Watch ABC7 wherever you are. Just search ABC7 on your streaming device to keep up with the Suncoast from the comfort of your couch. Download ABC7 now to watch us on TV anytime you want. ABC7, we're here for you wherever you are.
Sarasota County Commissioners and City of Venice Council members meeting face-to-face today. In their annual joint meeting, both elected bodies were able to discuss issues that concern their residents. That includes the future of Wellfield Sports Park. The park is owned by Venice, but the City of Venice would like to give it to Sarasota County to run.
This is an especially important meeting today because of the parks, baseball, Little League. There's been a lot of misinformation out there, and hopefully today it'll all be clarified.
No votes were taken at that meeting. It was just a chance for elected officials to talk to each other about current issues.
A 7,000-year-old burial ground has been found off of Manasota Key. This find is likely to gain national attention because it's the only one of its kind to be found in North and South America. Last year, a diver found human remains. He contacted the Florida Department of State, which investigated and found the underwater site had, at one point, been a freshwater pond. The remains stayed preserved, wrapped in fabric.
To have it be located on the bottom of the Gulf of Mexico in an unprotected offshore marine environment, that's what's really remarkable.
Researchers believe at the time of burial more than 7,000 years ago, the Gulf of Mexico was far from where it is now. The site is protected, meaning it is illegal to disturb a site that has human remains. Apparently Florida was much larger. The Gulf was further west.
Yeah.
So, yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah, and it's just amazing that it was able to kind of stay down there for that long.
Yeah.
Well, stay with us. Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will have a look at your first alert weather forecast for the remainder of this week.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC7, where we'll be serving up the most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients.
So Matt told me to meet him at 7 a.m. sharp right here. It is now 7:01 a.m. You think Matt will leave without me? Hey, is Matt here?
Long gone.
Long gone.
Just missed him.
Just missed him.
All done.
Mr. Sparky guarantees they're on time and the repair is free, so chop chop.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Matt, you started without me.
I finished without you too.
If you've never truly loved your car, you've clearly never owned a Subaru. Subaru is Kelley Blue Book's 2017 most trusted brand, best overall brand, and lowest 5-year cost to own. And Subaru Impreza is an IIHS top safety pick for 11 years running. Lease the all-new 2018 Subaru Impreza for just $195 a month for 42 months with zero due at signing. That's right, not one penny. Get more for your money during the Subaru True Love event at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Florida Studio Theater presents Native Gardens. Stately gardens and cultures clash, turning friendly neighbors into feuding adversaries. When a disagreement over a long-standing fence spirals into an all-out comedic battle of taste, privilege, and entitlement, no one comes out smelling like a rose. Critics are calling Native Gardens timeless as well as timely, smart and first-rate. Audience are calling it one of the best. Native Gardens is now playing. Tickets can be purchased by calling 941-366-9000 or by visiting floridastudiotheater.org.
That is a pretty good breakfast. You're not even eating.
Not hungry.
No? Why not? What's up?
Kath and I knew that Jenny had been partying a bit. Found out she tried heroin.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
Selfless service is the principle that guides Army National Guard soldiers to be ready whenever disaster strikes. They have a stake in the well-being of the neighborhoods where they live and work. They train part-time to be ready to serve at all times. Selfless service. It's what inspires the men and women of the Army National Guard to be part of something greater than themselves. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more.
I was a little jealous at noon today. I was here in the studio and saw everybody out having a great day at ABC 7 Day.
Yeah, Scott had to work at the desk here taking care of the news, and we had a chance to get out there and then meet and greet the people, Scott. And you can see our marketing director, Joseph Dunn, right there on the left. And you got that guy with that orange shirt on there. I don't know who that is. And Jack, I don't know who that person great is as either. Well. And our news director, Jennifer, out there, and having a great time. Again, Jennifer Hardy on the right. A beautiful day, and thanks to all the people that came by and picked up some stuff, some hats given away. It was great out there. And this took place over the weekend. This was Heritage Oaks, a Canadian golf tournament that raised $3,000 for a local food bank. We're playing golf and having fun watching baseball here while in Rome. Well, this is a shot that happened there today, sent to my Facebook post. Barbara, who used to live right here in Sarasota, is set that they're getting snow, freezing cold weather there, unusual snow there in Rome. And get a look at this. Here's what you're missing. You may be watching us on our weather app now, our news app. Casey Key showing calm conditions out there out on the waters. And that should stay that way for the most part tomorrow during the morning, but it will pick up winds and seas in advance of a cold front. The west coast sea breeze making it all the way in now. Here comes the east breeze. This is typically what we'd see in the summer months. These two breezes kind of meet in the middle. Big storms fire up, and then eventually the easterly wind flow carries them back toward the Gulf of Mexico, and that's when we get those big thunderstorms in the afternoon and evening. That's a summer pattern. It doesn't typically happen during February, but we're seeing that. And we could see a few showers break out when the two meet later on this evening. That rain chance very small, though, less than 20%. This is 100% rain now across parts of Arkansas, stretching up through Tennessee and northern portions of Georgia tonight. We have a cold front that's going to move in, but it'll move in basically on Friday morning. So March comes in like a lamb, and then a cold front on Friday, and then a cooler, much cooler weekend ahead. Get ready. Temperatures will be a little bit below average, I believe, both on Saturday and Sunday. Back to winter conditions. Well, the pollen count was a 10 today. It'll be a 10 tomorrow, and a little less tomorrow, I should say, at 9.7 and Friday. And then by Saturday and Sunday, though, it goes back to the count up to 11 to 12. So this rain isn't going to help matter as much. We're not going to get a lot of rainfall. We'll see a few showers with the front. The top allergens, juniper, oak, and nettle. Now, current conditions, 76 degrees. We have clear skies, and dew point is at 66. We have a west-southwest wind at 10. The pressure's still high, but it has been weakening. 81 today, making it 11 days in a row. We've been 80 degrees or warmer. Our record 88, though, in 1997. Temperatures currently mid-70s to upper 70s. I don't think we'll set any records tomorrow as we'll see southwest winds out ahead of the actual front. Water temperature extremely warm for this time, 78. Still in the low 80s inland in Avon Park and also into Wauchula. Forecast tomorrow calling for highs right around 80 degrees. And we'll see partly cloudy skies. The rainfall continues to be a problem with flooding across parts of Oklahoma and Texas. As far as our temperature forecast goes tonight, it's going to be rather warm tonight, and it'll be warm tomorrow with highs into the upper 70s near the beaches, low 80s inland. Look at Orlando, 86 degrees, and then the cooler air will start to settle in on into Friday. So get ready. Some cooler temperatures, sweaters and jackets possible on Saturday and Sunday morning. Well, here's the forecast for 7 days. Warm tomorrow. Transition day on Friday with some morning showers around, and looks as though we'll see some clearing in the afternoon. And then high temperatures in the low 70s Saturday, Sunday, Monday, all the way through Wednesday of next week. And even the long-range forecast suggesting the cooler temperatures will stick around all the way through next weekend as well. We'll be right back after this.
Tonight, the first day back after the horrific massacre, students still vowing to fight for gun reforms and their safety. But how long will it take for action? This is where America turns for answers. World News Tonight with David Muir, America's most watched newscast.
Motor Trend said the new Alfa Romeo Giulia is hands down the best sports sedan you can buy today. And named it the 2018 Motor Trend Car of the Year. Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
My California Closets designer is a rock star. She was able to design the most beautiful space for me. When I turn the lights on, it's breathtaking. La! It's just a little slice of organized heaven. The California Closet team was so professional, so reliable. It was seriously a dream come true. My name is Jill, and this is my California Closet story.
Tickets are going fast for My Hometown Fest, Saturday, March 3rd from noon to 5 at Nathan Benderson Park. Enjoy foods from 40 area restaurants, 40-plus craft beers, live music, and lots of fun. Get your tickets today at myhometownfest.org.
Everything all right?
Actually, you know how Tom had knee surgery?
Sure.
We found out Brad's been taking his painkillers. And it turns out he's been doing it for a while.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
When it comes to drinking, what do you think moderation is? The U.S. Dietary Guidelines define moderation as up to 1 drink a day for women and up to 2 drinks a day for men. So what's a drink? The guidelines say a drink equals 12 ounces of beer, 5 ounces of wine, or a cocktail with 1.5 ounces of distilled spirits. Each contains the same amount of alcohol. Like to learn more? Visit drinkinmoderation.org.
When evaluating the Alfa Romeo Stelvio, Car and Driver magazine said every crossover should be this good to drive. We agree. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
It's time again to tee it up at one of the area's finest golf courses.
In tonight's Dream 18, Bob Harrigan visits Heritage Oaks Golf and Country Club in Sarasota.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Dream 18. We're here at the lovely course, Heritage Oaks Golf and Country Club, a tremendous track. And joining us now is the Director of Golf, Joe Angelo. Joe, a lovely hole you have here, number 14.
Welcome, Bob. Welcome. Basically, just want to go over our par 5, hole 14. Offers a lot in terms of, distance reward. If you hit it 250, you get about 282 to the hole. So tough hole.
Yeah, there's a lot of danger. I see water to the right and water to the left.
Absolutely, yeah. Definitely requires a good straight golf ball, and then just once again, it's straight dogleg right. Got some bunkers on the right-hand side that you need to kind of stay away from.
And what's the story, Joe, on the distance here? It looks like it's a par 5. It's a long par 5. We're playing from pretty much the tips here.
It's basically about 570 yards, so really, really tough hole in terms of the wind patterns here. A lot of times this hole's into the wind, so depending on downwind, into the wind, sometimes you can get there and sometimes you can't.
It's a nice track and a nice hole, so let's give it a shot. Nice swing there, Joe. Right down the middle.
you go, man.
Not gonna make
good
it?
swing, man.
Smooth swinging, right down the pipe.
Shot, Bob.
Get down, get down.
Watch out. Whoa. Go. There you go, man. Good shot. Get in. Get in. Oh, man. Give it to him.
Ah, all right. It's been the story of my life, bogeys lately. On its way, that's on its way. Just a high side, pro side.
Man.
I'm gonna give that to you. You're doing a good putt, good hole. Thanks a lot
Thank you,
for having
Bob.
me out.
Enjoyed having
Appreciate
you
it.
out here.
Thanks for joining us for another edition of Dream 18. Ron Garl redesigned the course.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, they changed the bunkers. The bunkers in the fairways now all sloping up. They drain really nice. And on top of that, the greens have all been changed, and there's undulations now, and a little bit more difficult than it used to be. My best score out there is 71. I don't think I'll get that anymore.
Wow.
That was many years ago before they changed the course, and I was a little younger man. But a great course and great people out there as well.
Yeah, Joe's a great guy. I've taken golf lessons from him, and
Yeah.
it improved my game a lot.
Oh, yeah.
World News Tonight is next.
We'll see you again at 11. Have a good night.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get debt-free now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make one monthly program payment, and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-685-6422, 800-685-6422.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Head over to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota, where you'll always get better prices and a bigger selection. Like the area's largest selection of 7-passenger vehicles. Get KBB's 2017 Best Buy Award overall winner, the Chrysler Pacifica, for just $25,999. Or load up the family in your new Dodge Grand Caravan for just $20,999. Drive away in a new Dodge Journey for as little as $17,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
Coast Guard, we are taking on water.
The United States Coast Guard. They secure our ports and waterways, protect our environment, keep drugs away from our kids, and save lives. It's dangerous work. And in times of triumph or tragedy, the Coast Guard Foundation answers the call to support Coast Guard members and their families. Learn more at coastguardfoundation.org.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.